I am doing you a favor.
What LPer have you mostly loved other than Slim Kirby?
I have several LPers that I really love. First of all, I absolutely love Dark-Minded Sith. He was one of the first Let's Players I ever found, and now we're best friends, and he's still as ridiculous as ever, so his videos are amazing. The other LPer who I love so much, who doesn't update, but really should, is Griffin Lobster. And you know it's bad when your own mother knows the LPer you're watching based on their voice and is like,
Hey, are you watching Griffin Lobster again?
no.
If you had a year left to live, what would you achieve over the next 12 months?
If I had just 1 year left to live, number one, I really would want to, this sounds kind of ridiculous to put in a year, but I really would want to, like, get married and have a baby. So that would require, like, finding someone super duper fast, marrying them, and then, like, immediately getting pregnant and having a child, 9 months later. So, but you know, I'd want to have, like, I'd want to experience that. I wouldn't want to miss out on that. And then that would leave somewhat of a legacy after my death, I guess. Something else, I would probably go to Hawaii and learn how to surf, because I've always wanted to do that. So those would be the 2 things I'd really want to do, or 3, really.
You hate VS Peach. I hate Princess Daisy.
Who's VS Peach?
Madam, you are my favorite YouTuber, and I love you so much. I've been watching you for so long, and you're the first person I ever subscribed to on my many accounts. I made my first YouTube account because of you. My question is, what year of college are you in?
Well, I love you too, and thank you so much for being such a loyal subscriber. That really means a lot to me. I am no longer in college anymore. I graduated last December, so almost a year ago now, but then I had an internship right after, and I wasn't able to walk until May, so it felt like I was in school up until that point, but really, I've been out of school for almost a year.
What kind of music do you like to listen to?
The main kinds of music I listen to are, number one, pop. I love pop music. I am a big, 90s nerd with 90s pop music. I still listen to, like, old school Britney Spears songs, and, like, I still even listen to the Spice Girls. Like, I just love the nostalgia in those songs. But I'm a big pop fan, and, if you know me, you know I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, and he's the king of pop, so that kind of says a lot. Other than that, though, I really love classical music. I'm a huge classical music junkie, and if I'm not listening to, like, pop songs, I'm listening to, like, concertos. Like, I love classical music so much.
If you could be any Nintendo character other than Wario, who would it be and why?
If I could actually be a Nintendo character? Oh man. Because being Wario would be kind of a pain. You're like this big guy who smells. So that might not be, like, the most fun character to actually be. If I could actually be a character, I would probably want to be like Ash Ketchum. Like, because I'd get to go to all these really awesome towns and travel all over the place and collect Pokemon. Like, would that not be the best life ever?
Who were some of your favorite musical artists growing up? And now? P.S. I love you and have been a fan since the Paper Mario days.
Love you too, and oh my gosh, Paper Mario seems like it was about 10 million years ago, so thank you. As far as my favorite music artists growing up, MJ is number one, still is. I still love Michael Jackson. Really, it hasn't changed too much. I also loved Britney Spears growing up, I still do. And Christina Aguilera was like, oh my god, Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. I wasn't a big boy band person, so while my sisters and one of my best friends were like fanatics over the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. You couldn't be both. I didn't really care. Now, like, when I hear those songs, they just make me laugh, and, like, I know all the songs, but it's not something that was like, oh my god, I'm a huge fan of that. But, you know, a lot of 90s pop, Spice Girls, I even talked about this earlier in this video, but now, I really love Michael Jackson still, I love Coldplay, and I love Regina Spektor. I love her.
Would you ever consider playing any of the WarioWare series on your channel? Smiley.
I really don't like the WarioWare series. I know that sounds weird because I'm a big fan of Wario. I love Wario as a character, but the WarioWare series I've just never been able to get into. They seem like such throwaway games to me, and the micro games just, they don't really hold my attention. Like, I've tried out several different WarioWare games and I get bored in like the first 5 minutes and just I can't get into it. I own one for GBA that I've thought about Let's Playing, but I just almost really don't want to, is the thing about it.
How are you lately?
I am okay. I'm doing alright.
Which Nintendo game are you most excited for to come out? PS True Pimps Like Wario. Wink.
I love your PS on there. Oh man, which Nintendo game am I excited for? I can't really say there are any that I am excited for right now because none of my favorite, like, franchises have been announced, or they just had a bunch of games come out. So I don't really know. I don't really have anything that I'm, like, anticipating right now, for as odd as that may seem.
I was wondering what animal would you want them to add to the Animal Crossing series?
What kind of animal? I would probably honestly like to see seals as villagers, because seals and whales, they're both my favorite animal. Like, those two animals are my favorites. But you know, they have like Wendell and Phineas walking around, so there's no reason why we couldn't have more seals, or just seals as villagers. Whales would be really funny too. I can't see that happening as much as I could see seals coming into the game. But one of those two, or both, I would really like more marine mammals to become part of the actual Animal Crossing worlds, just because they already are a little bit. But it'd be so much fun to have villagers. Like, that would be really great.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon is Jigglypuff, because she's jiggly, like, and she's a puff. She was my first Pokemon card. I love Jigglypuff.
MadameWario, when are you going to do the next play?
When am I gonna do the next play? What?
Museums or zoos?
Zoos, all the way, because I love animals so freaking much.
Hey, madam. What advice can you give for college students that are dealing with school, stress, and jobs?
As someone who recently graduated from college, having a job, and being full-time in school, 19 credit hours, and producing videos online and going insane with stress, my biggest advice would be to take time every day, whether it's 10 minutes, 2 hours, you know, whatever you can. You have to force yourself to relax and do something that you really like doing, or that really has no significance to anything else going on in your life whatsoever. It's really easy to feel guilty about your free time when you're really busy and really stressed out. Like for me, I love crocheting. That's something that helps me to unwind and relax and not worry about everything else going on. But you know, if I had a lot on my plate and I'm sitting here crocheting, it's easy to get that feeling of, I shouldn't be doing this. I have other things I need to be doing. I need to be producing a video, and I need to be working on this essay, and I need to put this PowerPoint together, and oh my god, I have work tomorrow at 10 a.m. I don't want to get up. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to go and then go straight to school. You know, it's so easy to get there. But you're human. Don't cheat yourself out of enjoying the little things. Even if it is, you know, if you like doodling, sitting down and listening to, you know, your favorite album, you know, just the whole thing, and drawing. Or for me, I also like to go to Starbucks and just sit with my drink and like play my DS for an hour or so, or sketch or something. You know, you really have to find, you know, just a little bit of time every single day to do something that you find fun for you. You know, don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about what somebody's gonna think about, like, oh my god, you're not doing this and you should be. Or worse, you thinking that. You just have to let that go, and you really just, it's all about time management and organizing your time. Having a planner really helped me, so I could even write down time slots and say, alright, right here, you get to do whatever you want. And then, you know, from 5 to 7 you can do whatever you want, and at 7 you need to start working on this. You know, stuff like that. So my advice would be just back up, relax, take a little bit of time, and then ease yourself back into your stresses. Thank you guys again for all your questions. We really only probably have a few videos left of this series before all questions submitted on my Q&A call out have been answered. And once again, thank you so much for all your input to this series. I have so much fun answering these questions. And if you have any additional questions for me, please feel free to comment them, and I will try my best to get back to you. And I'll see you in my next Q&A. Bye guys!
Hey, are you watching Griffin Laughter?
No.